All right, hello. I got lost on its way to the stream. No, it is that time. So, hope everyone's having a great evening. It's Saturday night. We're back for yet another stream. Excited to hopefully finish the water slides on this RG Epyon tonight. Maybe start on something new. I think we're back to Snap, building a kit for hopefully the second last quarter. I don't know however much time there is, maybe none of it, we'll see. But good to be back. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. It's a decent day here today, just getting stuff done. So I'm gonna jump into the chat, say hello, and then get back to the building. Before I do, a couple quick things. Number one, if you enjoy these streams, please do hit that like button. It helps more people see the stream, and that's a good thing, I think. And two, our spring cleaning sale is still ongoing. It's probably ending soon, though. I'm going to have to talk it over with Kate. We're going to probably set an end date on it in the next week or two. But you can save 60% on select items with that code SPRING25. And we had a solid restock yesterday, so definitely go take a look at what we got if you haven't yet. All right, let's jump into the chat. What's up, Dylan Dull, Wolfpack, Big Deal, John Ventura, what's up, Miguel Santos, Jake Ramos, MZ, Matthew Mahoney, Sergeant McRuff, Realtime 88. Happy Saturday with a new house, but no gunpla to build since my tools are still in storage. Bummer, but congrats on the new house. What's up, Atomic Etrigan, Julius, Al Tyson, what's up, Coleslaw, Go Zero, Maverick Entity, Rob Sadler, Lord Kronos, let's see, Baka ZCO, what's up, Grand Radium, let's see, oh hey Sassy, how are you? Painting pilots tonight during the stream. What's everyone else up to? Nice. What do you use? I want to paint pilot figures someday. Someday I'll build up the courage to give it a shot. What's up, M2020 Jake, Butterknuckles, the Tough Turtle? How's it going tonight? Just planted most of the garden today. Get prepared for late summer salsa production. Awesome. We haven't had a garden in a few years. I'd love to do it again, but I need way more free time. Okay, everyone, I think I just broke my pinky toe. My 7-year-old was chasing me around the house. Oof. Can you do me a favor and extend the sale another 4 months so I can buy stuff after I get my savings back? I don't know if it's going to work that way, unfortunately. We'll see. What's up, Death? Mark D, how are you? I think that's everybody. What's everybody up to tonight? You guys building along, doing other stuff? I think I saw this on a Gundam group. I'm excited to check it out. I started building again last year. Nice. Well, welcome back to the hobby. We have to decide where we're at. I know one of our things was we're going to stop when the sales on that sale slowed down, because we don't want to be advertising it forever if nobody's buying any of the spring cleaning stuff. And then we got to figure out what to do with what's left over. We want to get a lot of stuff out of the warehouse, so we don't want to have it sitting around forever. Packing my spare clothes to make, doing the laundry next, work from upcoming move, built the MG for Ka Unicorn full armor, just got it yesterday, and I don't know if it's a rough build. I haven't. I heard it's a lot of parts, so I think I saw somebody lay out all the runners. There's a lot of stuff in that box. I started vacuuming as soon as the live started. And some option sets from various lines, I think, for everyone tonight. Hey, Solid Monkey, what's up? Weapons for MG subs for Ka tonight. Finally figured the funnels out. Cool. Start working MG Advanced Hazel tonight. Less work. I meant less work. I may have brain damage. Ah, that makes more sense. Make to the laundry, less work for that move. Totally makes sense. All right. So where did I leave off? I think I had the left wing done, and I was moving on to the right wing. Just verify that. My allergies the last couple days have been horrendous. I feel like I've been had that allergy tickle in my throat constantly the last 3 days. 2 days, 3 days, something in that range. I think it's a little bit better, but every once in a while it hits me hard, so hopefully it stays away during the stream. It's usually those decals sitting there for an entire week, as opposed to something else. Nick hasn't been taking his zinc. I thought the zinc stuff's supposed to help with colds, not allergies. Okay. Let's see, 37, 35. Would have been afraid of them blowing away randomly, brushing them off my desk. Well, thankfully, nobody really comes up here except for me, so, or I guess the kids when it's time, but my desk in the attic studio is set up such that it's not in the flow. Local honey helps allergies. That sounds pretty yummy. Seems like it's been all of a sudden. I don't know if it's just because it's gotten warm and more stuff's blooming or whatever. I had glass from broken picture frame on my desktop when I was doing slides, so everything stayed in place. Okay, I guess I gotta figure out where to get some local honey. Maybe I'll try that out. Do you put it on anything in particular, or just eat it straight? Google local honey near me. There's a third-party bazooka with TGU, even has maintenance hatches. That's cool. Uh-oh. The gill's starting to lift. Oh no. We're rescued here. Spring's been the worst for allergies so far. It's bad this year for sure. I feel like the worst is the tree pollen, I think. There was a week, I want to say it was like, I don't know, last year or the year before. Probably a couple years ago now. But I remember one particular year. I remember it specifically because I was picking up a rental car because my truck was going in for a frame swap. And I remember being at the rental place, seeing the trees outside blooming, and just I felt like stuff was pouring out of my face constantly. And one of the most unpleasant experiences. And I think that's when I put together the tree pollen stuff is my kryptonite. Sprays can just be straight wherever you like it. It's pollen in it from the local flowers, so it gets your body used to them. You make the honey from all local plants that produce the pollen, so build your system up to use to it in small amounts. Gotcha. How long does it take? Like, will I notice an improvement immediately, or do I have to do that for a while? I think these are going pretty quick here, so I think I'm going to do one decal at a time for a little bit, so they don't all come off the back or like this one did. I mean, it was about a week. Okay. I use it as a sweetener in herbal tea. Will that negate the properties? That's probably the only time I consume honey at the moment. Preventative maintenance approach, homeopathic wise, in order to counter fix. It takes a little bit of time for your system to build up to it. Just make honey regular in your diet. Nope. Ginny in tea is a recommended way. Okay. I don't have tea very often, but maybe I need to start. Let me rephrase that. I have like a bottled iced tea pretty frequently in the morning, but I don't have hot tea very often, but maybe I should. Confirmed touch typer. Okay. 36. I need an English muffin is wonderful. That does sound pretty good too. Big finger, small phone, keyboard. So I think I had received it and partially set it up last week. Hadn't used it yet, but I got new Pace Pace spray booth. 34. And I finished setting it up last week on Sunday. Gave it a spin for the first time. Pretty happy with it. I need to figure out my lighting situation. It doesn't have, I got the one that doesn't have a built-in light. So I need to get something figured out for that. I ended up using one of my filming lights. Moved the stand over, it's kind of a pain. I'm debating trying to ceiling mount something I can put the light on, or getting like LED strips that I can put on it. Hey George, what's up? Because as always, the biggest challenge with airbrushing that I've had has almost always been, I feel like half of it's getting it so it sprays consistently, the other half is light, which then plays into getting to spray consistently, especially doing top coats, which is what I've been spraying the most lately. Because you can't really see it on the part very well unless the lighting is perfect, and even then it's kind of tricky. So okay. $25. This might be getting better, so maybe I'll do both of these 25s. I like the airbrush, but I hate to clean it so much that it makes me not airbrush much. Yeah, it's definitely part of the problem. It blows my mind that some people don't like disassemble theirs to clean it very often. They're just able to keep it, I don't know, wet or something, and they can just clean it out by spraying stuff through it and switch over or something. I find myself disassembling mine to clean it sometimes multiple times per session, sometimes every color change, sometimes more frequently than that, because I start running into problems. I wish I could just spray without having to clean it and stuff. Allows space compared to your old one. It's not as quiet as I expected. I was under the impression it would be super quiet, and it's probably similar to the other one. You know, it's not like airplane engine loud or anything, but it's also not super duper quiet. Somebody one of my first interactions with one was one of our Zoom builds, and someone had theirs running, and I couldn't hear it running in the background, and I thought it was insanely quiet. I think it's just quiet compared to some other stuff that's on the market. Fairly post clean with IPA between colors, and as a post clean. Yeah, I run a bunch of water, and then I run the airbrush cleaner from Vallejo, because that's what I use, is Vallejo stuff in between colors, or even between reloading with the same color, and it still seems to cause problems. Clean magnified colors, can see the cleaning gunpla with surgical precision. Pretty big fan motor, so I know Barbatos Rex review showed it was decently loud, just not crazy loud. Yeah, like I wish it was like near silent, but I think that was an unrealistic expectation in retrospect. I swallowed a chair while building RG Zeta. What? Type company paint. You're running through it. Vallejo acrylic. Vallejo Mecha color. Assume a really good noise canceling via software. It could be that was part of it. Just use a generic master airbrush before I got that one that I'm not going to mention. That I've ever used with the master. I would have to clean multiple times while using it. Something that gets all the fumes out because I use lacquers so I can deal with the noise. It's supposed to be a really good airbrush for evacuating vapors and stuff. Fire flushing with hot water between colors for acrylics usually works well for me. Okay. How hot? Like just hot out of the tap, or do you heat it up? I have these problems where I think there's gunk in the nozzle and I'm not sure how to get it out. Maybe the hot water would help clear some of that out. 34 and 32. Kind of problems you run into. I just like my flow will change. So one moment everything seems good or it's spraying like heavily, and the next minute it's not, you know, it's like not spraying at all or very thin. Take the nozzle apart, clean it. Yeah, so that's what I do. Is I take the nozzle out and I clean it out. It's hard to clean in the nozzle itself. I've got some, I think they're interdental picks or whatever they're called that I use to get in there, but it's still hard to get all that material out. It's just annoying that it gets in there in the first place. Use a microwave coffee cup of water to not quite boiling. Okay. And then what do you use to get it into the cup? Do you just pour it? I need like a little microwavable pitcher or something, like a Pyrex measuring cup. Maybe I'll just steal the measuring cup. See if that pisses Kate off. This might just need a bit more thinning. Maybe. Kate noises inbound. Use an airbrush cleaner to spray, and it usually clears up any blockage. Really? Okay. I feel like my problem is if it's not flowing through enough, the airbrush cleaner almost doesn't work in that case. It's probably I need to get used to adjusting for conditions more or something. So I feel like sometimes everything's fine, and sometimes it's not. Airbrush cleaning my cup and paper towel, pressing against the nozzle guard to bubble with back pressure between colors. This might only work with gravity feed airbrushes. I'll do that kind of technique too. Decal soap for 2036. Q-tip transfer. The surface you're applying it to. Let's see. Doing decals and reading comments is way harder than normal. Flail primer has some problem. It dries in the nozzle and mess with the flow. It was finicky. I mixed with a fountain that worked well for me. Airbrush thinner. Putter, retarder, medium. So Angelo, do you mix the thinner, flow improver, and retarder together first and then use that mix in a 1-to-1 with the paint? I might need to use way more thinner. I use like I think flow improver, it's like a 1-to-3 with the paint, and then thinner like 1-to-5 or vice versa. I forget which one's which. All right. Okay, one more 25. That might be the last one. Nope. 25. Nope, I already got that one. So let's do 25. That might be the last one on here. Interesting. That's a pretty heavy mix. I tried using, I think the ratios I use, I basically got off of the bottle or manual or something. But I know everybody says you shouldn't just use whatever's written. You should actually thin to a certain consistency or whatever. But maybe I'll experiment with going a little bit heavier on the flow improver and thinner. There's usually 1-on-1, then add a small amount of flow improver. I know a lot of the lacquers are, but I didn't think that was the case with the acrylics. Paint I've had for ratios display of stuff was like 1 part paint to 4 part thinner. Which I basically ducked for your mini split. Is the active connected to the HT dendrobium? Maybe it is. That'd be pretty cool. Get the air to come out the little fan thing on the side. Dip a toothpick in milk, pull it out, watch it run off. All paint must be mixed this level to shoot through an airbrush. I guess I need to get some milk just to know how to thin my paints. And which kind of milk? Does it matter what fat content? 1%, 2%, skim, whole. What if I drink heavy cream? Use what's written as a guideline, but really just into what will work from my experience using a brush, like about skim milk. Let's see if airbrush try to get closer to water consistency. Skim, okay. Mayonnaise, maybe. I want to airbrush with, you know, a milkshake. It's all about the milkshake, man. So I think those are the back of the wings. What in the hell did I come back to? You dip my cookies in the milk to get a taste. I dip it in paint, and if it tastes like milk, then I'm ready, but it never does. Nick's milkshake brings all the mechs to the yard. Damn right. Does bring all the boys to the yard. First brings all the builders to the yard. It's a wing thing. All right. Anyway, so let's figure out giving away this MG Dom. Let's see. Chat's getting freaky. What's up, Studio WD? All right, let's do a number between 10 and 1,000. And do you like to dip your cookies in milk or not? Let's go with that with the question since we're on the topic. 10 to 1,000. Do you like milk with your cookies? One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for valid entry. 10 to 1,000. And cookies with milk or without. Let's see, at least one. That's just a number. Remember, you need the answer and the number in the same comment. Otherwise, even if your number is called, then you won't get it. Whoa. These are... That was crazy. A little bit of decal paper got underneath the thing and the glue got stuck onto the wing. That's a first. Guess I need to be a little more tidy. Holy crap. Thankfully, this isn't painted, so I can clean it off relatively easily. If that was painted, I probably would have lost some paint. Holy. That's definitely a new thing for me. Back of your desktop, surely nothing bad will happen. A bit of water will soften the glue and you can rip it off. Cookie early question you can use for the next round. Alright, so... 37 and 35. What are the numbers for? Jake, we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away an MG Dom tonight, so periodically throughout the stream, I'm going to ask for a number in a specific range, and then we draw a number for that afterwards. So for this, it's a number between 10 and 1,000, and in the same comment, you're going to answer the question, do you like your cookies with milk? And then when we draw, if your number gets called, then you win. You get the MG Dom. 37, 35, that's what I said. If your wife were a cookie, would you still love her? I'm a dipper. I had people recommend using a teacup warmer pad then to keep the decal water warm, which helps to release the decal from the paper. I've heard that too. I just don't have I don't know, I haven't taken the time to acquire one. And I haven't had too much in the way of problems. If I'm at it long enough, things get worse. If you're gotten known as a cookie, it would probably be a ginger snap old timey with a niche taste. I don't have a time yet. You can call my number. I mean, technically, unless you got got 3, you don't have enough. You know, you've heard the expression 1 is none. Well, with DOMs, it's 2 is none. You gotta have at least 3. Groceries too much, but some news, but some Gundam kids could go massively hard right now, not gonna lie. For Rick DS, does that count? I don't think it does. If I was a rich man, I'd have a diorama of a whole platoon of them. I mean, how are mobile suits organized? What's up, Rodrigo? Do they have platoons? Or is it like tanks? Is it like planes? Flights and squadrons and wings? Like, how do they... What's the nominal way to organize them, right? Badly nicknamed. How many models do you have total? Assembled or not assembled? Because one number is far more shameful than the other. See, on a production line looks like an Alabama infantry. I think squads. Hey Tim, what's up? Okay, 33 and then 36. 2 in math formation and current range. Grunts from a structure similar to modern military. But like which part of the modern military, right? They're humanoids, so you could apply like human infantry organizational structures to them. You know, is it like a fire team and then squads and then whatever? Or you could organize them like tanks, which I think are technically platoons, which are like 4 tanks or something. Or you could treat them more like aircraft. What are you doing today, Nick? Finally paid rent, so I'm planning to make an order this week. Gotta check what do I actually need and want. Nice. Wings your custom real grade worth of build. I haven't built it myself yet. I do a little bit of all and air, sea, space. Right, like there's different environments. Maybe there's different organizational structures depending on the... Like, does the Earth Federation Space Forces organize their stuff differently than, you know, the the ground component or whatever. I find that kind of stuff extremely fascinating. When I played Warhammer 40k and was working on my Space Marine army, I spent way too much time reading and trying to think about how the chapter and by extension the company organization of a company of Space Marines actually worked out. They described some stuff in sort of vague sense in the codex, but I feel like there was a bunch of stuff probably intentionally left ambiguous, that I was the person that wanted to know. That one got fudged up a bit. Okay, let's toss that. Space Marines Army, take your favorite gun is ARC-78. Alright, we'll call time. And let's see if we have a winner. All right, here we go. 667. I don't see a 667. I'll let you guys confirm. If that's the case, we'll draw again in a bit. Okay, 34 and 34. Paint a cool gun in the way they paint Warlord Titans. People are still playing 37 from the live stream. The charity stream, maybe? always use 37 as my number. It's my favorite number because of the movie Clerks. I always subtract 1 from the first number posted. Interesting strategy. Okay, so 32, and then we'll do a 25. I built the R178, but the Zaku Warrior is my favorite before I had the frame issues. That's cool. I want to do the Mark II Gundam at some point. I've got enough of them stashed around. RG Epyon, I have one in my backlog. It's a good kit. You should build it. And you should build a second one. I think I'm gonna build at least one more. Don't think I actually brought home the second one. I probably should. One of these days I will when I'm at the warehouse. Okay, so I got 32. I'm gonna do 25. What's the other one? Water slides for it. But I can recommend the Delpies, they look good so far. Working RG Mark II right now, nice. I've got the RG Titans, I think. I got both MG variants. Build them at some point though. I need to build so much. Put Sean to stash one for you. I've got plenty stashed. Okay, so I built last March. I was very happy to say I caught the bug. Started working on RG Farmer Unicorn now. I built that one. That's a good kit too. Yeah, girl, the Coda Prayer is still on hold due to the tear situation. They are. They're holding all their stuff. Our other distributor, I don't know if they had by last time. I think they might have said. I might have mentioned it last week, but the other distributor, we get a lot of our other Chinese manufactured model kits are also doing the same with their stuff, hoping to avoid the brunt of the tariff stuff as well. Change my address and let's see. When the boss today, I found a cheap quacks at Newbury. Saw your VDAR in stock. Hopefully it stays that way for a couple days. Oh, the VDARs have been gone for hours. They were sold out mid-afternoon yesterday. I've got another batch that's about to leave a distributor probably on Monday. That should be here in a week or so. So probably restocking in 2 depending on exact shipping timing. But so we do have that other batch. There's some G-Quux and some more Psycho Gundam Mark IIs in that batch too. The message support on the Discord to get the address changed to my POs. I don't see a button for it on the site. Yes, you can email support at mechawarehouse.com, or you could DM the bot on the Discord, either one. Include the order number or numbers if you can. I can definitely take care of that for you. There's a few kits priced a bit too high compared to online. RG Epyon also sold out. Yeah, a lot of the new stuff in the 30-minute preference, that new line, the girl with the guitar, that sold out super fast too. I was kind of surprised. I mean, I'm not totally surprised because it's a 30-minute line, but I wasn't expecting that line to do that much, and those flew. Thankfully, a lot of stuff's still available with distributors, so we're planning on grabbing more stuff. I need to should make sure it gets on my list for tomorrow, actually, to work my next order. In fact, I'm going to put it on my to-do list as soon as I finish this decal. Make sure I don't forget. Where's that to-do list? I built the croquet. I have 3, just haven't built them. What's up, Dylan? How are you? All right. Is that it for the shoulders? Is just the one more? 24? There's a hobby shop near me. I'm tired of wondering. Try not to take that personally. Building human models for the same reason they don't take that long. I built 3 of the SH figure, the number 4th, but it's been there a year. I just feel like if I was going to build something like that, especially the ones that are like flesh tone stuff, like I want to figure out how to do the flesh tone painting stuff to have it look good, and that seems to be a dramatically more challenging skill set. Hey, what's up, Skyrider? How are we doing tonight? Good, thank you. How are you? Right, I think that wing is set. Shooting be a massive pain. Guess I'm gonna paint D&D minis. Yeah, at least when you're doing like, you know, say 28mm minis or whatever, like 25 millimeters, somewhere in that range. It's a lot simpler. If you've ever seen like larger figures, there's some, I wish I remembered the handles, but there's some dude on Instagram, and his stuff is incredible. And they're trying to figure out to do it by night. Creator's bust on painting is on hold till some milliput cures. Alright, 31:29. Just gotta finish decaling this wing, and then I'm on to the next thing, I think. 31:29. Skin shading, yes, it's a pain. I want to see the Goku Menace get an MG. That'd be cool. We just went through that with the bust. Extra hard because creative skin is not quite flesh, not quite white. And Norse era. I just know when you see like the really, really fancy stuff, like the really, really well done stuff, I'd say it borderlines on fine art, where it's almost like they get the like vein and, you know, all the stuff that you kind of see through the skin kind of factored in, and it's incredible, but it's requires way more talent, and it's a lot less do the thing. I feel like airbrushing with airbrush stuff, especially if you don't pre-shade, and even if you do pre-shade, there's a lot more like mechanical, follow the rules to it. Maybe the other stuff has it too. So looks like I've got a Mark III getting HG. Interesting. Guess it'll depend on how well the Mark II does. Yeah, there's some people that paint models, there's people that paint on models, right? It's like I don't consider myself an artist. I don't consider the model building that I do art per se. But there's definitely people that do art, you know? Ton of respect for those people. I just don't think I have the patience to get that good. Most of the pre-shading. Those sponges. Oh, interesting. Well, pastels are a fun way to make skin have some good depth. Okay, 27 and 30. Someone freehands a dragon on a Sosby, it's art to me. Like, why is the beam effect on a clip? Top coating purposes. All the stuff came off of a gloss coat for decals, and it was just with everything else, so. Someone freehands a dragon. I already read that one. Okay, so next one's here. 27 and 30. I'm playing the Days Gone remastered. Didn't even know what that is. I'm out of touch with reality, apparently. Alright, so next to draw here. Okay, plastic look like metal. My friend says an artist, so I guess it's all relative. Well, it's like the if you spray metallics onto your metal pieces, or paint metallics on your metal pieces, it's one level. If you do non-metallic metals and use just colors to get the metal effect, that's more art to me. I think we were going to get an explanation for the green Pac-Man kits. Which green pack? You mean just the sport, the basketball ones? What was that? Sports ones, yeah. I don't know about an explanation. Bandai decided it was a good idea. All right. Think of this question. Because somebody paid money. Right. They thought they could extract money from somebody's wallet. Can't imagine they're moving that fast. No, I mean, we'll never order them again. If they decide to reprint them, I would stay far, far away from them. We did sell some back in the day, though. They were of interest for a moment. I think it was right around the Pac-Man anniversary, too, when those came out. All right. Okay, so second draw of the night for this MG Dom. Let's do a number between 10 and 500. And let's answer the question, what kit are you currently working on now? Maybe it's not this moment, maybe it's work in progress kit that you have on the shelf right now, but what's your current build? 10 to 500. Remember, one number per person. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be valid entry. 10 to 500, and what's your current build? Had a almost a blue screen of death there in my head. I don't know what just happened. 27. And the other one I need, go back down to number 30. Water slides on Lotta's Delonza, nice. Kind of glad I didn't decide to do water slides in all the Witch high grades since I'm doing all of them. Because then I'd really still be way earlier in that project. Okay. 28 and 26. By the way, Nick, did you see my security tab in the build gallery in Discord? It's my new PC table buddy, I think now. I didn't. I don't get into that channel very often. I don't get into a lot of stuff very often. I'm just so busy. But I'll try to remember to go look after this. You posted really recently? Was it early today after procrastinating putting them together? Cool. I'll hopefully I will get a chance to look after the stream. World's builder. I spent 145 hours in my HD Power Gym Grand trying to scratch build with this for the first time, doing a full paint job, but still, I mean, if you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters. What are you scratch building on it? Got a $1.50 raise in my job and I'm up in my hours. Gonna be able to afford so much plastic. Nice. Question. Sorry, I'm late. What are you working on currently? Is the question. What's your current build? Range 110 to 500 if I recall. Yes. The armor detailed plot plate filling underneath the skirts, the more plot plate details. Awesome. If you're enjoying yourself, that is all that matters. One of these days I want to take a build to that next level too. I'm hopefully gonna start painting soon. I want to take one of my kits that I want to paint next that was snap built already and do some scribing and stuff on it. Get a promotion soon. Over time if I get it. I'm about to get surgery on my ankle to clean up some arthritis. Yeah, get it if you can get it. Alright, let's call time here. Okay, time is called. 10 to 500, 442. Did you scribe, but I'm relatively new to that. Did do a lot of rescribing though. I'm still waiting for it to load here. 433 off. I don't see a 442, so I guess we will draw again in a bit. Okay, 28 and 24. That now separates the sheet into two. Okay, well, we'll draw again for that prize in a little bit. See the number 24. Cool, glad you tuned in. Glad you did, Jake. We do this pretty much every Saturday. I enjoy it. It guarantees I get at least my 2 hours of building time in each week. Butterfingers. Oh, what am I doing? I need to cut the next ones out. Getting ahead of myself. So pumped to almost be done with this. A few more. Sous chef downtown San Antonio, so just kind of take time when I can. I've been building Legos and a few SD kits so far, so young, so I'm working them into EG while learning. Nice. Deep breath time. Practicing that patience. There's only one more after this one. And this guy's set. I feel like I just saved lives there, muting that mic before sneezing. Alright, so one more, got 25. Lost hearing on one ear recently, infection or something plugging it up, so I would survive the dread sneeze mic, I think. Depends on which side your speakers are on. Hey Donald, what's up? Have you ever played any VR games? I haven't. They look like they're pretty cool though. I'd be definitely interested in at least a few of the VR games I've seen. I think I was watching some gameplay footage from some sort of first-person shooter in VR that looked really, really cool. It's like a John Wick style, navigate some whatever and shoot the bad guys kind of thing. Alright, I think that finishes off these wings. So I'm going to stick these in here. I think I'm going to actually take 2 seconds to step away from the computer here, get the other kit. Blow my nose, I think, after those sneezes. In the day when we get to Sword Art Online and .hack levels of VR. Be interesting to see where things go. I mean, I don't know if anybody... Well, I don't know. I guess a lot of people probably imagined would be way further than we are now. What year is the Jetsons supposed to take place in, right? I'd be very disappointed we don't have flying cars and stuff. Far off here, 2002, right? Old sci-fi movies had high hopes for us. And just look at us, where we're at now. Alright, BRB, I'm going to rearrange some stuff, and then we'll start that other kit. All right, and we're back. Going back to which for Mercury, going to build this Zowort Heavy next. And then I think after that, in a few streams, I'll probably be back to panel lining or decals or some combination. Trying to wrap up some other in-progress kits, but been a minute since I snap built anything, so let's break this out. Yeah, armored, gun, right? Yeah, the Zowort and Zowort Heavy have a very much armored core feel. Is there much different in this than the actual mobile suit itself? It looks very similar to the Zowort. Do I have it? It's disassembled over here. Colors might be a little bit different. Might just be the same thing with a different backpack and accessories. The basic accessories are different in colors. Well, the Zowort was a really cool kit, so I don't think I'll mind doing this again. I need more desk. I need to clean this desk off. Let's drop that over there. So where it ticked along on my backlog, tick along was nice too. Like, I think I'd have enough desk space if I just cleaned up over here. Alright, let's get these runners all cut out. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that tomorrow. I've been talking for weeks about needing Hobby Zone stuff. So we get any Zowort Heavies in the future. If they reprint, I will. I don't think there's any available with our distributors right now. Otherwise, we probably would have had them come in. The darker green plastic looks cool. Still seeing you build it is better than nothing. I hope they'll reprint it. I hope they reprint just about everything, you know? At least in moderation. But I guess in the meantime, I guess if living vicariously through me does it, then that's what it is. Too much supply would be bad. That's true. That's why moderation was in there. And like, what do you do with the boxes, the kit you already build? I've been getting rid of them. Crazy care about which kit you can reprint. They've definitely been consistently reprinting like the Ulfrith and Calibarn and Ariel and stuff. Since they came out the other day. It's been a little while, isn't it? But yeah, it's still relatively new. Hey Scooter, what's up? Get a notification through the stream, but still here, still no winners. Still no winners. We're about to do the third draw here in a minute. Getting large into small MG boxes, but they're super useful to keep build kits in. I keep a few around to use as like trays and stuff. I've got a number of boxes I use to transport stuff, like to shows and the like. But I've started dismantling boxes because I don't have room for them all. A5 and A6. Need to switch to storage bin setup. I can't keep the boxes lying around. Space and organization is the eternal problem. DHE Penelope for a sheet, big box. I just throw my box covers in and put my baggies of spare parts in, and not gonna lie, it's getting full. Sam's Club or Costco commercial they have, and big black totes there. We should build a patio. Sorry I'm late. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. I am. Hope you are as well. Are you building a patio in the evening, or are you West Coast maybe? Paver patio, finished up in the dark with some spotlights, Midwest Bill. Okay. We did a walkway some long time ago now. And that was a whole ton of work. Make any info on how current economics will affect display prices? I'm realizing I need better scribes. So we just got display restock yesterday, and we have not increased prices yet. The shipment that just came in, we have not seen tariffs on. So either they're about to send us a bill in retrospect, in which case all our prices will be going up on anything that's still left, or they somehow got in before the lock or something, or they dropped the paperwork somewhere before they charged us. We're not sure what we're going to do on our next order. We're kind of holding our breath on placing the next display order until we see if something's going to change, because we don't want to get it at the peak. If it was under $800, you probably get hit. No, it's way more than $800 for a display shipment. Yesterday we're all effed. Yeah, is that when things went into effect? I thought it had gone into effect basically immediately, so it could be that it got in the country a week and change ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, so maybe it got in beforehand. But so the next shipment, if things don't change now, if we decide to restock at the current stuff, prices will go up. I don't know by how much. We have a little bit of room to absorb some of it. But we're kind of hoping things come down, because we don't want to buy stuff at the peak if they are going to come down. It'll be restock Mr. Hobby stuff. We're continually trying to restock that stuff. A lot of Mr. Hobby stuff has not been available with our distributors. And stuff. Shipments are on a boat. When it changed, we're exempted. Oh, maybe that's how we got through, because our stuff was on the water when it went into effect. So maybe we were saved by that. So that makes sense. But none of our shipments are ever below $800 with any of our distributors, really, except for really small in-country stuff. So yeah, so let's do this. Let's do this third draw of the night here. And what is my question? Yeah, that Gundam head. Which one? Like if your head had to be a Gundam head? Okay, we can go with it. Let's do a number from 10 to 250 when you use Coleslaw's ridiculous question. If you had to have a Gundam head, if your head were to be a Gundam head, which Gundam head would it be? One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number has to be the same comment for the valid entry. Any tools you regret purchasing like you thought they'd be more use than they are? I don't know that I really have anything that fits in that category. 10 to 250, and if you had to have a Gundam's head, which head would it be? Which Gundam would it be? That's kind of a crazy question. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any tools that I mean, I haven't used my scribers enough, but that's more of a, I haven't gotten there than they're not useful. My handlebars and carry on the way. stepped away from the second one. Was the question: if your head had to be a Gundam head, which Gundam would it be? These allergies really starting to kick in now. Thinking from a practicality standpoint, which Gundams have a mouth? Because I think you'd starve to death if you were a Gundam. If you had a Gundam head. Had to start wearing a mask outdoors due to allergies lately. I'd believe it. I feel like my allergies are bad inside though, so I don't know. I need better air filtration in the house or something. Be a real stinker and Sid Soccer Kai Fritz, huh? Allergies are bad indoors, sans plastic. I'm not allergic to plastic. I'll feed off on energy cubes. It's coming on your clothes too. I generally have air purifiers in the house, and if I go out during my peak allergy season, I need to change clothes in the shower. Wow. They've been really bad the last couple days for me. We've been talking about getting some serious air purifiers for the house. Maybe it's time to do that. You're gonna sell Gundam card game in Mecha Warehouse? Probably not. I don't think our distributors are carrying it. It's not really a Bandai hobby product. It's more of a, I don't know, Bandai something else, whatever that group is that does the game stuff. So it's not distributed through the same channels. John keeps things at bay. The other day I went to drive my girlfriend home, and within 10 minutes I was sneezing, blowing my nose until I tossed the mask on. Once I did, cleared up. Oh wow. Chemicals you're using for the water slides? No, I was fine earlier. I don't think it's anything to do with the water slides at all. It was actually bothering me more earlier in the day than it is now, so. Okay. I'm gonna call time in a moment here and see if we have a winner. Rainy on the East Coast and rainy on the West Coast. Rain stirs up pollen and allergens. It has been rainy. We had some serious thunder showers here this afternoon. I thought it was going to rain all day, though. It was nice earlier. We should have gone for the hike we've been wanting to do. favorite sanding tools to finish the kits. And basically stuff I'm using now. My main go-to rotation is the Razor Origin from Gun Primer, the Sand Loop Flex also from Gun Primer, and the Balancer from Gun Primer. Those are my main tools for sanding these days. All right, let's call time. All right, 10 to 250, 171. Still waiting for the rest of these to roll in, but I didn't find it in the search. No winners. Okay. Confirmed. We'll do a final draw here momentarily. Angel's numbers done 117 for me, please. Alright, let's see. Okay, A2. Anyone been watching the latest season of Reacher? Okay, and I picked it up, I don't know, like a few days ago. Been struggling to not like change plans in order to watch it. It's been very, very addictive. C18 and C21. Let's start episode 1. Nice. Don't mind spoilers, by the way. I won't give any spoilers. Benched, it's so good. It is very good. The show is this way of just very like ratcheting it up episode to episode, just making you want to kick right into the next episode right away, which is, I feel like, a good sign in TV in general. I think we're on like episode 5 or 6 right now. We got 3 left to go or something for the season. Actually, speaking of which, maybe I should go down after this and see if the baby's asleep. Maybe Kate and I can watch an episode tonight. I don't know what it is, but it just grabs you. Should make FRS for Rosamane, have teal jacket, purple hair, recolors, Epyon exclusive. What's it with the main actors? Turned out to be a Dix on Torn. Oh, really? Was not aware. What happened to music? After people when they get under a ton of pressure, best ignore most stuff like that. Yeah, I don't tend to pay too much attention to that stuff for the most part. Why is this not loading? Okay, I see 17 and 16. There we go. It makes me wonder, because isn't there a Reacher movie or movies starring Tom Cruise? But my understanding is the character from the original book was large, like the actor that plays him in the show. So it makes me wonder if that dramatically affected the feel of the movie compared to the show. Okay, so we got one final draw to do here. Let's do a number from 10 to 90 and answer the question, what are you watching right now? 10 to 90, what is your current go-to for TV or whatever these days? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number has to be in the same comment for it to be valid entry. 10 to 90, what are you watching these days? Wait, what the G-Pluck's nameplate? I haven't heard double up one. I hear they get someone to play a character to make look like a shrimp and not sound. Oh, I hear they get someone to play a character that make the main character like a shrimp and that sounds intriguing. Tom Cruise Reacher was pretty good. The book, he's like 6'8". So there's Tom Cruise isn't a great fit. For the show, I was worried he wouldn't get a car. Because he's only 6'4". Nick, stop talking. Supposed to be a big dude. Wife and I just started season 2 for The Last of Us. Seems like something might have paused or something in the stream because the chat lagged a little bit. Alright. A29 and C40. Andor season 1 was really good. Is season 2 any good? That just came out or is coming out now, isn't it? That's the question. Andrew, it's what are you watching right now? What's your go-to like TV these days? C40. Under a slow burn, but gets better to episode 3. I feel like season 1 was like that. The first few episodes were really, really slow. And then I remember getting pretty good pretty fast after that. Legend of Vox Machina, nice. toe is just jammed. I can feel grinding and pain when I walk. Oh man, that sucks. Toes are a pain too when they're broken because I don't think they can do much for you. Maybe splint it. I've never broken a toe. Well, let me rephrase that. I've never broken my toes. I've been told on at least 2 occasions I've broken other people's toes, or maybe more accurately, they've broken their toes on me. I didn't know at the time, so some good stuff there. Okay, last 2 parts, A20 and A16, and then we will call time. We'll do this final draw, get us a winner for this MG Dom, and call it a night. I think it's busted to have X-ray tomorrow, but the tape split will keep it secure and supported. So the tone took about 3 months for my body to compensate. Jeez. Sure if it actually fully healed. Yeah, I feel like the only thing that matters there, the reason you'd want to get it checked out, even though they can't do much for it, is just to make sure everything's in the right place, so it heals as correctly as possible. With my pinky toes like 4 times, not much you can do, just grinding through the daily pain. Isn't the pinky toe one's not like super necessary or something? Pinky toe super necessary for balance. I don't need it from what I understand, so I'm hearing 2 very counter arguments here. I'm sure it would take some adjustment to not have it, but I don't know if you wouldn't be able to compensate for it pretty well after a short period of time without having it. But I don't want to find out personally, so. Sometimes it amazes me when the human body is compensated for when given enough time. Yeah, well, I mean, there's that too. The body's kind of designed to survive, so tends to figure things out. What are the rules? Cause if you're talking about rules for the giveaway, you got to put a number in the chat between 10 and 90 and answer the question, what are you watching these days? I'm going to call time in just a moment. And when I do, I'm going to draw a number in that range and pick a winner. Alright. Pretty good so far. Next steps will be finishing off the torso, but we'll do that next time. I'm liking this dark green. Idea of the status of the demo tabletop game that was announced a while ago? I haven't heard anything. I know Rolls and Thunder. Right. Alright, so let's call time here. Time is called. I wonder if I need my lighting setup, my camera exposure level setup isn't right. Feels darker than it should be. Seems I need to reset that every time. I'm curious. Let's play with that. We'll get that. Figure video exposure. Yeah, it's a little better, I think. Tough getting the right balance. Alright, anyway, 10 to 90. Drawing our number 46. Now that I got the lighting right to end the stream here. 46. Do we have a winner with 46? Looks like we do, George. Congratulations, George. You are the winner of the MG Dom tonight. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we'll get that sent out this week. And that takes us to the end of the stream tonight. So thank you guys all for hanging out and watching tonight. Hope you guys had a good time. I did. Flew by, as it has been. Those 2 hours go by really, really fast. Should be back next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be giving away something else. And continuing where we left off on this build. Knocking out this the snap build here. Don't forget that Spring 25 code is still active for 60% off select items over at mechawarehouse.com. You can find that link, should be at that little bar up at the top. Click that link, check out that sale collection if you haven't yet, or if you haven't recently, and yeah, and that's probably ending soon, so this is your heads up on that. So once again, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your weekend and